You're listening to the Gem Mint Podcast by GFNF. Your weekly breakdown of sports cards, hobby news, and everything in between. Here's your hosts, Jake and Nico.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Gem Mint by GFNF, episode 24. It is Wednesday, June 29th. We are 28 days from the National in Atlantic City. As always, I'm here with the homie Jake. What's good, bro?
Oh, man. Good week. Good week so far.
Yeah, not bad. We're pretty much under a month now out from the National. So, yeah, it's getting real.
4 weeks from today.
Yeah. So we've started to kind of get kind of like a plan together of what our days are going to look like and stuff like that. So, looking forward to hopefully getting together with some people out there. That should be fun. But yeah, let's get into it. Interesting week to say the least. So obviously we did get Target on Tuesday. Site was very weird. It was just like, it was honestly worse than usual, almost like they maybe were testing out something different on like the security side. It got to a point where you couldn't harvest add to cart cookies at all. Like, it was just, the site was legitimately dead. I didn't have really much success at all relative to what I usually can do. You still had, pretty decent success. Some of the other guys, some people did really, really well. Just a weird week for the most part. It seems like there's a lot of proxy issues, which we've seen in the past with consoles, where they would kind of throttle them and ban them rather quickly. So who knows? Maybe Target will turn to a residential proxy site like Walmart, which that kind of is the king there. But I mean, I guess product wise, more Prizm football blasters, hangers, mega boxes, cellos. I think mostly everyone was going after the megas and the hanger boxes. I think cellos are still in stock. Prices have dipped a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's indication that we're getting to the tail end of at least online releases with this, which I think is good. So I know a bunch of us are still holding on to some preparation for the quantity to dry up and the demand to keep going up. So yeah, we'll see. Today we were anticipating a Walmart drop. It did not happen. Shocker. It's been very weird.
Now we got to be on the lookout the rest of the week. Yeah.
Last time they did drop, the next day, well, I guess two times ago, they dropped the next night, kind of out of nowhere. But last week they did drop, but it was like nothing. It was like no stock. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Honestly, not expecting too much from them, as they put a decent amount in store. So it's, maybe that was just their one big get it all out online drop. So, if you did well. Yeah, it could have been. But we did see a Walgreens Wednesday. So shout out to Density, one of the admins over in GFNF Cards, pinging the Walgreens Prizm football mega boxes. So it's the Target variation. So it's the really desirable one. 12 quantity. So pretty awesome, major time ping. So same price too, $60. Walgreens, I don't think has any sort of protection or address issues or anything. So you just pretty much loop Apple Pay. If you're quick enough. So yeah, congrats to those that hit that. But other than that, in store, Barnes & Noble starting to get Prizm. I haven't checked in my stores. Walmart obviously still getting a ton. There was one other one that I was thinking of. It's slipping my mind. Oh, I wanted to mention Targets. So there was pictures, or a picture going around of mega boxes in a Target, and Jake. I know Jake's talked to his vendor. Matt's talked to his, and all the stores were told to send back the hangers and the mega boxes. So I guess blasters are okay. I don't think we've seen cellos yet, and the retail boxes are okay as well.
Yep.
But pretty interesting that maybe they tried it at some stores and it failed miserably. Probably. So back to pretty much online. So we'll be on the lookout for a drop on Target again in 2 weeks. I think that's pretty much it on the retail front. Not anything else there, Jake? Are you good?
No, I mean that was a pretty busy week though. That was solid.
Yeah, for sure. Did we cover, when did Star Wars drop?
Star Wars was last week. Yeah, we got it last week.
Okay.
I think.
I think it was. I honestly don't remember now that I'm thinking about it.
I'll tell you.
Well, regardless, people are getting boxes in hand. I don't think mine didn't come yet. I don't know if you've got any of yours.
No. Oh no! So the last time we talked about it, actually, was the day before the drop was the last time we recorded. So we talked about the checklist being loaded on tops.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we definitely did talk about it. So yeah, so that also dropped. Market's going pretty crazy with it. There hasn't been any too big of singles. I know there's a Luke #1 base on auction. Most of the boxes are selling around the 600 to 625 on eBay. People are getting them in hand, so they are going down a bit. I still really like this long term. I don't care what anyone says. The Star Wars brand is massive. Disney's massive. This is a debut Sapphire product. I want at least 4 or 5 boxes in the closet of this. I don't even care if it goes below what I pay secondary for it. I just want to have some boxes stored away because people are going to open it for sure. Probably at like a decent rate. I already saw Cheap Fun Breaks doing breaks with it. So there's only 15,000 boxes. Pretty low print run, honestly, similar to 2020 Sapphire F1. So yeah, I'm a really big fan of this product. I don't care what anyone says. It has the iconic 1977 Series 1, Series 2 cards. Some of them will probably be worthless, but I think most of them are going to be pretty desirable. Like Darth Vader red, that is going to slap, dude. That's going to go for so much money. I think people are going to be willing to pay for it. So, so we had that too. But I think other than that,
you going to rip any, or are you holding them all?
No, I'm gonna probably hold them. I might get into some pack breaks or something like that just to get a couple cards. Maybe buy some singles when prices cool down a little bit. But this is definitely a long haul product. I just think it's really, really strong. Debut Sapphire is honestly kind of hard to not bet on.
I don't think it gets better than Debut Sapphire.
No, it really doesn't. The cards look really good too. Like I like them. Like they're actually nice. So. We'll see how prices go. We'll do a check-in next week. We can move on to some of the hobby news. Beckett, they hired their new tech first CEO to kind of expand services and grading technology. They've always, I don't know, their slabs just look old. Like when you think of like old vintage type stuff, I don't know. I feel like you just think of Beckett. It's just kind of like the aura that they have around them, in my opinion. So we'll see what their new tech first CEO has to bring to the table. I really don't use them. The ROI is just not there. I guess it's good for some stuff. Obviously, you use it when you don't think something's going to 10 and it could 9.5. It usually could sell for more than a PSA 9. So they have their place. Unfortunately, it's usually an afterthought for most.
Right.
But yeah, they do more than just cards and stuff. So they did it just expanded to VHS tapes. So that'd be pretty.
Funny, isn't that funny? The order of that just happened. Like they hired a tech first CEO and they expanded to include about as old a technology as exists.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, honestly. Interesting strategy, but there must be a demand for it that they're seeing, or uptick in sales of older VHSs. I guess they're all old.
Send in a copy of Rudy or something like that.
Yeah. Well, like the Disney ones were always big. Like there was like those Disney, like the plastic clamshell kind of cases. I wonder if they're going to grade that or just straight up tapes.
It'd be funny if it was tapes, because then you could see all the degenerates that never rewound their Blockbuster tapes before returning them.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I miss Blockbuster.
Me too.
But
Shout out
we
Blockbuster.
won't go off on that tangent. The LeBron triple Logoman, so that honestly fell flat on its face compared to what they expected this to be. It sold for $2.4 million with the buyer's premium. So it got bid up to $2 million. They had to spend a decent amount of money advertising this.
Oh my God!
I mean, it went on literally a world tour. So it'd be interesting to see. The person that won it hasn't shown that they won it yet. Who knows if they're gonna? A lot of people think that it's going to be sold again rather quickly. So you might not ever see who bought it first. So we'll see what happens. But of
Maybe
course,
Shine will buy it.
He might have bought it already. But he did show off his, I mean, insane Gem Mint 10 triple Logoman of Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. That's a banana store. Yeah.
I mean, that's worth more than $2.4 million.
Oh, easily. Yeah, easily. So, yeah, we'll see. Topps. So Topps UK has taken serious interest in Twitter recently. I don't know if they have a new Twitter admin or they have a summer intern or something, but they all last week were teasing UEFA Inception, which was a pretty big product last year. They just were really honing in on getting some teasers out for this year's, and then they people were like, "When's it dropping?" They're like, "Oh, we're gonna let you know." Monday came around. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna be a month." People are like, "Oh my god!" So now every time they tweet, it's just people replying. They could tweet, they could tweet anything, and they're like, "Drop Inception, drop Inception." So they did this themselves.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that was so brutal, dude. Some of the comments were hysterical on that tweet.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll be watching, but it just sounds like they're going to let us know when it's dropping. I mean, they did it with Museum Collection today. They tweeted, it's dropping this afternoon, so plenty of a heads up from them. So, which is kind of nice. I mean, we know it's coming anyway, right? So it's whatever. It's not a big deal. And then Topps US, there's apparently shipping issues with Star Wars, where people are saying their boxes are going to different addresses. I mean, for what I've seen, I know it came FedEx, but we also got those USPS emails where they had a USPS tracking number as well.
It's almost like they did that. What do they call that? That Smart Post or whatever?
It wasn't Smart Post though.
I know, that's the only thing that crosses over with FedEx and USPS, though.
Yeah. Well, it's UPS and USPS, Smart Post.
Because I have a premium USPS account, and I can actually see the end address on them, and mine was right. The address on mine was right, but it didn't come today. I mean, a lot of people had theirs. I thought for sure I'd get mine today, but
yeah, that's pretty interesting. So hopefully they show up.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think anyone wants to lose a box of that at this point.
Because what's going to happen if they don't, then Topps will refund it and say, "Here's a 10% coupon."
Yeah. Speaking of
plugging in an email,
did they ever send that label to you for to send back those road to the road to opening day cards? I don't think they ever sent it to me.
They didn't to me either, but I'm pretty certain. Didn't they say they were going to send it with the autograph component?
You might be right, but I'm just gonna forget by that point.
Because I didn't. Well, I'm not shipping it back anyway. That stuff's going straight in the trash. What are they gonna do? Charge me $6?
Yeah. Yeah. No shot. Yeah. So yeah. Well. Yeah. They're insane. Topps. They're just
Topps screwing up. That's so unlike them.
Yeah. I know people get surprised. They're like, "Oh my god, I didn't think Topps would mess up like this." It's just. Yeah. It's just very unlike them. So. But moving on. I'm just gonna keep the names out of it. But if you're in or on car Twitter, or honestly Facebook too, because I guess this was more of a Facebook thing. You would have come across this whole Corbin Carroll red refractor first Bowman auto debacle. So pretty much. What had happened was someone had sold Corbin Carroll, I think it was a BGS 9.5, for $30,000. So it's a red refractor auto. Corbin Carroll, not the biggest name, but it's still true red first Bowman auto. Like that's no small card, regardless. So they sold it for $30,000. The buyer wired $30,000 to the seller, both reputable guys. On Facebook and Twitter. I think I actually did a deal with the buyer before. And basically what happened was, the seller dropped off the card, and meanwhile they live 3-4 hours from each other. He dropped the card off, shipped it USPS, priority apparently.
Wait, they live how close together?
Yeah, the one's in Vegas, one's in Cali. They're super close.
Why would he ship it in the first place?
I don't know. I've seen the seller even drive hours before, posting on Twitter. He's driven hours to drop off and pick up cards. So I don't know why this was different.
He for sure kept the card.
I don't know. But basically, the card never left the Las Vegas distribution center. Hasn't been scanned in 30 days. The guy gave him 30 days for the USPS investigation to go through, I guess. They still can't find the card. So the guy put the seller on blast. I don't think, and also I guess the big thing here is it wasn't insured. And, there's screenshots of the seller saying that he messed up by telling the cashier, whoever he dropped the card with at USPS, that there was a $30,000 card in there. I don't know how moronic you could be. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's super sus because, why? Like, there's no reason. There's no reason to say that. Like, I double box cards that are a 30th, a 60th of that when shipping because I'm just so neurotic about someone opening the box.
Right.
And then you have, the lack of brains to tell someone that something you didn't even insure that there's a $30,000 card in there. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So in my opinion, apparently the seller is claiming that he thinks the buyer's, trying to get, win one over on him. I don't see how this dude could do that. And the buyer's a big time guy. I think he's got like a Trout first Bowman rainbow, autos. So like
before this was the seller that for some reason isn't going to be named. Has he done good business?
Yeah, he's known to do good business. I've never personally done a sale with him, but he's pretty big on card Twitter. He's very good friends with a lot of big names in there. So but people have gone rogue before. It's not unheard of at all. Not to say he did, but he seems pretty confident in his tweets that he even made the comment that the guy that he sold it to is going to owe him money in the end of it. I don't see how that's possible, but unless I'm missing something. But then again, that's also coming from someone that told the USPS clerk that there was a $30,000 card in the box. So take that for what it's worth. Listen, you can have all the money in the world, but you could be, as dumb as a box of rocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brutal, dude.
We'll see.
Telling the postmaster that was your first time shipping a card?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. If there wasn't a screenshot of it, like an actual message, I would have never believed it. But yeah, bananas. So we'll see if there's any updates on that in the next few weeks. Obviously, they're both taking legal action. I think this is not small claims court. This is $30,000. So need some lawyers. But moving on, there's a new grading and vault company, Rare Edition. They're kind of been just trying to like push their brand as much as they possibly can. Interesting like cases, slabs. What do you think of it?
I don't like them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either, dude. I'm just such a PSA homer.
Yeah, well, I am too. I do like the some of the SGC stuff, and I really love the SGC old green labels. But this to me just looks like something new for the sake of being new.
Yeah, I don't hate the design at all. Like the design's actually pretty cool. It's like because if you've seen those like little cases you can like those like cases you can get snap on around a PSA slab, it almost looks like that. It's honestly like an iPhone with like those bumper cases that they used to make. I think that's what they called them.
It's the exact size of an iPhone. That's what they say on their
Oh,
thing.
yeah, it legitimately looks like an iPhone.
That's what it's. I think that's the case. The
Yeah.
interesting thing to me is that they have they're setting this up like a alt, like an eBay vault, like basically where you can get them graded, you can vault them, you can sell them on their own. There's so many people trying to do these decentralized platforms now that I mean, maybe people are fed up with eBay's fees, with StockX fees, with whatever. I just don't know. I mean, realistically, alt and eBay are and my slabs, I would say, have the market kind of cornered. I don't know how many people. I wouldn't put my card on Rare Editions Marketplace, would you? I mean, you're gonna
No.
have people,
Yeah.
1/1 millionth of the amount of people view it.
Yeah, and looking at their pricing, I mean, they can't like obviously be free, but $50 for a 30-day turnaround, I'm going to PSA still.
Yep.
Like it just
No
doesn't
doubt
make any
about
sense.
that.
It's just better ROI.
This feels HGA-ish.
Yeah, it seems a
Sorry.
little bit more professional than HGA for sure.
Yeah. Sorry for all the HGA fans out there. I just, I'm a HGA
Yeah.
hater.
Yeah. So.
But what are you gonna do?
Yep. Well, good luck to them. I won't be using them. 2020. This is ridiculous to say. In almost July. 2021 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary obviously started to show up. We were talking about this almost a year ago, or about a year ago. We were kind of excited for it. The checklist is freaking massive. I went and picked up a box today at my card shop because I am addicted to open cards, and I wanted.
I'm going right after we're done here.
So, I picked up one hobby. There's a hobby and light version, but I just went with the hobby just to get the one auto. If you pull the mantle, you have to gift it to me. I'm putting that out there right now. There is a 52 mantle refractor in here. I don't know. There's probably numbered ones too.
I was going to say it'd be pretty hard to have it as auto in this, but
nice little cut auto. Imagine.
You never know. Oh my god, in the 52 design?
Yeah.
You wouldn't like that card. That wouldn't be yours.
Nah. So.
Shout out to Topps for pumping out 2021 stuff in the middle of the second half of 2022.
Yeah, they're really, really good at doing that. Just becoming a theme at this point.
Brutal.
Yeah.
So anyway, a new thing I wanted to start doing this week, since we're only 4 weeks out from the National, we'll talk a little bit about a specific topic or stuff that goes on at the National for those of you that haven't been or planning on going. And this week I picked because I wanted to talk about silver packs, dude. Silver packs are super cool. If you've never been to the National, maybe you've seen them on eBay, you've seen them online, seen people open them. Silver packs are done by purchasing product from select big box retailers at the show. And so it's usually Blowout, Dave and Adams, Steel City Collectibles. I'm trying to think if there's any, maybe Midwest. And they'll have you got to buy wax, and there's different tiers. So you can buy, hobby boxes of certain stuff, and they'll usually have 2 or 3 options per sport. And depending on the price so if you buy a Prizm football hobby box, you'll probably get 2 or 3 silver packs. And the lowest end thing last year was a Prizm UFC retail box, and that got you a silver pack. And inside these silver packs, they have special cards that are exclusive to the convention. So they'll say National Sports Collectors Convention with the year on it. And it's usually some sort of special parallel, like a fireworks. They almost look like Kaboom cards. You've seen them before, obviously, but
yeah,
they're real cool. I remember in 2019, obviously stuff was a lot cheaper back then, but I was buying products, and what you do is you bring them over to either Topps or Panini's booth, depending on what product you bought, and they will literally slice your wax open, take the cellophane off. So if you're doing it, don't do this to store seal wax, because they are going to cut the cellophane off. And then they'll hand you these packs, and there could be autographs in there. There's usually at least a numbered card in each pack, and they'll have thin and thick ones, and the thick ones obviously have a guaranteed relic in there. Could be a RPA, and then the thin ones are either a numbered card or a numbered parallel with the auto on it. So really cool. I would advise against ever buying them right off the table from dealers that are there, secondary dealers that are not the big box guys, because they have most certainly searched them out. They're real easy to find out what's inside of them. They're thin. They're real easy. The auto's on the front, so you can feel the sticker on it if it's an auto. You can feel obviously you can see the relic and know if the relic has got a sticker auto on it or not. But they're super cool if you can get them by buying some wax. I'm sure we'll be opening some and making some content with some at the National. But something real cool to be on the lookout for if you're out there.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I know Lise has already talked about opening a disgusting amount of these. So,
well, I mean, he's talking about buying a case of Dynasty, so we might get 1 million silver packs.
Yeah, we are trying to do that. If we could find a decent price, we might be getting into some little Dynasty trouble.
There we go.
But yeah, awesome. Yeah, looking forward to that for sure. Yeah, and trust no one. Everyone's slime balls. I don't trust anyone.
Absolutely.
Cool. Moving on to some sports. Congrats to the Avs. They won the Stanley Cup, beat the Lightning 4-2. I think it was the end of the series. I know someone I follow on Twitter, Mile High Chuck. His cousin was the one that had the $500 free bet that had the Rams, Golden State, and Avs championship parlay win like $300,000. Insane $500 free bet. So congrats to him. That's just absolutely insane. Former MLS soccer player Scott Vermillion becomes the first player in the league to posthumously diagnosed with CTE. So obviously that's something you hear about pretty frequently in football. Not really with soccer. I guess maybe they don't look for it as much.
Yeah, there's not as near as much contact, obviously, but some of those, I guess.
I mean, they get smack heads pretty hard if they're going for it. So pretty interesting to see if they continue to kind of make. I mean, obviously they don't wear helmets or anything, so I don't think that's going to be a thing. But just
I mean, the way the NFL's going, man, they're damn near putting flags on the quarterback at this point. You can't hit him anymore,
yeah,
so
that's true.
Maybe they will put helmets in soccer. Who knows?
Yep. Some NFL news. So obviously we like to talk about Deshaun Watson every goddamn week. So NFL spokesperson states that the NFL is considering an indefinite suspension at a year minimum. I think this is just them kind of getting out ahead of this. He's got to be suspended. I think a year makes sense, honestly. I think they've prepared for that. I think they even mentioned up to 2 years. I think that was obviously a little aggressive, but I think they're just trying to look like the good guys here. I mean, they are the good guys technically. So yeah, we'll see what happens when they actually bring the hammer down there. The Senate Judiciary Committee begins to probe into the MLB's antitrust policy addressing minor league contracts and pay. So obviously that's always been a big thing. Being in the minor league is just viewed as the worst thing in the world. It's just not a good time, honestly.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, they got to do something about it. People always talk, obviously you can make serious money in baseball. People always talk about Kyler Murray. Obviously he was a top pick. Dude was, or he was going to be the top pick in the NFL draft at quarterback. That dude's not going to go ride the bus eating ham sandwiches. He can go,
orange slices.
Capri Suns. He's going to go, be the franchise quarterback of the Cardinals and, enjoying life. Who knows?
Thing is, I don't think the U.S. government necessarily should be getting involved with this, especially because they have a union. I think that something needs to be done with the union reps because, they don't get paid anything. I mean, I think the average minor league salary is like 30 or 40 grand, something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's low. It's definitely low. I mean, we've seen some better, conditions. I've seen some people, some players post some of the new living conditions and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
maybe it's just the government just wanting to get their goddamn hands in it. There must be money to be made or something.
If the government's in it, there's money to be made.
So,
I'll tell you that.
I don't know how it's going to work out, but somehow the minor league players are going to owe more money. Angels and Mariners, they had a bench clearing brawl. There was some really good footage of it, super close up. Pretty much was Jesse Winker. I don't know, was he fighting Anthony Rendon? I don't remember who it was.
That's what it started with.
Yeah. And then did you see the Angels pitcher that hopped over the fence and shattered his elbow?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God. Could you imagine just going to fight and you just trip and just bust your arm? Like,
you beat your own ass out in the sun.
Oh my God. Never going to live that down. But yeah, pretty crazy. I think J-Rod even got suspended. I don't even think he fought anyone. I think he was pulling people back, but somehow he got suspended too.
No, I don't think he did.
I thought he got. I thought he did.
Look, I did just send you a video while we're doing this. He did. No, he just hit an upper deck piss missile about an hour ago. Big
I like that. I like that. If you're looking for a J-Rod card, head over to my eBay.
Link, bro.
Yeah, link in description.
Send them low offers, real low ones.
Yeah. Send me, please.
He likes it.
I much prefer if you just win it and then don't pay. That's really my favorite.
Oh, mine too. Love it. or if someone like opens something sealed and returns it, and then eBay rules in their favor, that just feels amazing.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Tatis. So obviously he's been out. So he met with the surgeon. His season comeback is in jeopardy at this point. I don't even know.
Made it glass, dude.
He really is. It sucks. But yeah, he's definitely one of the most electric. When he's on the field, but on the field is his biggest challenge. So
it's funny. There's 15 players that you were able to vote for shortstop for the All-Star game, and he's 6th in votes and hasn't played a single game.
Yeah, I'm not shocked, honestly. Actually,
face of baseball, I get it. He needs to fix this injury. He's literally been injured every single year he's been in the league. Yeah,
I mean the Padres are in it too. They're game and a half back on the Dodgers in their division, so they're not out of it at all. So they could definitely use him. He could help kind of take him over the hump, and obviously past the Dodgers. So we'll see. I think we all want him back. So
agree.
NFL, they hired new Vice President David Highhill to run the NFL's new and upcoming sports betting division. Obviously, money to be made there. They want a piece.
Makes me think of Pete Rose, though, dude. Pete Rose is one of the best. I won't call him the best, but he is one of the best, if not the best hitters of all time in baseball. Kept out of the Hall of Fame because of betting, and he was betting on his own team. It's not like he was throwing games or anything. He was literally betting on his own team. That kept him out of the Hall. Now these major franchises and sports conglomerates are getting into sports betting. It seems weird to me.
Yeah, it definitely is weird. So, I guess just people look the other way. So, interesting to see what kind of plays the NFL makes or partnerships and stuff like that, because they do have partnerships right now. So, see how that goes. Adrian Peterson and Lev Bell signed a boxing match deal. Who was this with?
I didn't look too much into it. It's not HBO, but it's an amateur. It's a sanctioned boxing match too, which is funny. So they're actually going to get to swing on each other.
Who are you taking?
Le'Veon Bell.
You think he's just too quick?
I think he's a thug, dude. I think he's got a little bit of street in him. So also he's 10, 15 years younger than Adrian Peterson. So
true, but it's Adrian Peterson. He's a freak.
That's true.
He's a freak athlete.
Yeah. Can he? Yeah, I mean, you think Le'Veon Bell's going to catch those hands or what?
I think he is. Yeah, I do.
Well, we'll be watching. That's for sure. I'm definitely watching that.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure. Sure it's going to be a pay-per-view or something, right?
Yeah, we can watch it on our new pay-per-view boxes.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Shout out Pat's Fan Map.
Yeah, shout out to them. I got to plug mine in still, but I have it. So I'm gonna botch his name. Piguet. Piquet. Piguet.
Piguet.
Piquet. A-hole. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Yep.
So he is the father of Max Verstappen's fiance, Kelly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So he had made a comment, pretty much a racial slur, I think in Portuguese or I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like a
He's
Portuguese.
a former professional driver too.
Yeah. Yep. Basically a racial slur towards Lewis Hamilton, which is like the equivalent of like, using something like the N-word. But in Portuguese pretty much. And then he doubled down and used his mother on an Instagram post to kind of like justify it. And people were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, is he crazy? And then the worst part was that that Instagram post, Max's fiance liked it. Not cool.
Oh.
And then unliked it. So PR nightmare.
Internet is forever.
But yeah, so not great. I think he issued an apology, but it was kind of like a half-ass thing. I think honestly, I don't know if F1 has done anything. Obviously, a lot of the drivers put out statements fully backing Lewis. I don't think Max has done anything. Not a great look. I mean, his dad is also known as kind of being a piece of crap, which is unfortunate. Max doesn't seem like he's that bad of a person. But Apple doesn't fall far from the tree usually. So
a little bit of that Dutch pride, maybe.
Yeah, it could be. But obviously these dudes are going to get grilled by. We have the race coming up. They're going to get grilled by reporters. So we'll be keeping an eye on seeing what they say. I mean, realistically, F1 should ban, his fiance's dad from any events going forward if they want to make a statement. It's just not cool. Obviously, we had the Yuri Vips situation last week. Red Bull, after he used a racial slur, Red Bull completely, kicked him off the team. So he's no longer associated with them. So we'll see if they actually do anything.
Red Bull and the Red Bull family is having a little bit of a rough go of it.
I think Monster needs to get a goddamn team. Red Bull's kind of on the down.
They're gonna do a Lamborghini cars.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
It would be. Moving on, Rob Manfred insists that he doesn't hate baseball. He's trying to save it. Well, then open the door, walk through it, and close it, and then don't look back. So, if you want to
find a deep body of water and tie some weights to yourself and jump in.
Yeah, he's not saving baseball at all.
Dude, the dude's the worst.
So, yeah. He sucks realistically, but we won't harp on that for too long. Little GFNF Open update. So we had we've had a couple drops so far, but Kith as a collab with TaylorMade, kind of pretty much like led by J.R. Smith, who went back to school, played on the golf team. It was actually pretty good. So they kind of did a little collab with him too. They dropped, Kith TaylorMade like gloves, ball markers, hats, obviously clothes, and then clubs. Like literally TaylorMade with like this insane Kith design on the clubs, the shaft, the grips. They're sweet. They're definitely sweet. But I mean, I know Jake and I have talked, thinking about getting. We definitely both want to grab a little wedge, nice little 56, and then I know Jake, you're thinking about grabbing the driver, but
actually, I changed my mind. I got a fitting tomorrow, so
okay.
I'm.
What if they tell you that you need the kit?
Then I'll listen. I'm paying for the fitting. I'll listen to them.
You get to your golf fitting. It's Ronnie Fee. Gets your coach.
Yeah, they're gonna say I recommend this. I'm like, yeah, but what about the Kith TaylorMade?
You'd be like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
So yeah, sweet drop. I'm sure we'll all be. I'm sure everyone will have some sort of Kith TaylorMade piece in some capacity on the golf course.
It doesn't matter what anyone has. We're gonna dominate it. But that's not the point.
That's true. Let's hop into the rookie update. You want to give it a go? You want me to go?
Yeah. Okay. No. If you want to go for it, yeah. Let's see it.
I'll rip through it. Wander He's still not back, right? He's
Nope.
still
Yeah,
out.
he's static. He's out.
Yeah, so he's still 270, not doing anything. J Rod up a little bit, probably up even more because he's kind of dominating in the game right now. But 276, 337 on base, so still killing it. Is he still leading the league in steals?
He sure is.
Yeah, so he's on pace. This was so stupid. I saw someone put that Bobby Witt was on pace for 25 home runs, 25 steals.
Yeah.
Well, J Rod was on pace for 24 home runs and 42 steals. So,
Yeah.
of course, they had to, filter
J
out a
Rod's
little
hit
bit.
2 bombs in the last 2 days, so he may be
Yeah.
at a pace of 25 plus.
Yep, so he's probably on a pace for 25-40, so looking like a pretty good, rookie campaign from him. Bobby Witt, though, hit, 243 still, on base up a little bit, 292. Been making some good plays in the field, too. Spencer Torkelson still below 200, hitting 190, down a little bit. Still pretty decent on base percentage, though, so he's just, I think, having a tough time making contact. Could be getting a little unlucky, too. And then Adley Rutschman doing pretty good, up to 228, almost 300 on base, 421 slugging, with 717 OPS. So not bad from him.
I think he hit 3 homers over 4 games. It really boosted his OPS.
I mean, we gave these other guys a lot of time to kind of get their feet under him. He's obviously he came up a little later, so he's got some time to go. But yeah, we'll check back in with them next week and see. We'll have to. We forgot to put Michael Harris on here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's easy to do. That's easy to do right now. Michael Harris, that's my fault. I forgot, dude, because there's so many. There's so many guys.
We probably should have Pena on here too, Jeremy Pena, because he's also technically, I think, the favorite. For. Oh wow, I didn't know Jordan got carted off today. After he collided with Jeremy Pena. Yeah, Jordan's been absolutely killing it. I can't even hate on him.
Okay, so Michael Harris.
Yep.
As of right now, he is batting. Oh wow, he's batting 327.
Yeah, he's been killing
it. Yeah, he's got 35 hits. Yeah, he's only had just over 100 at bats too. If I can get this thing to load.
Yeah, he's getting a good sample size under him for sure.
That's a solid batting average too for a rookie.
Yeah,
right out of the gate too. Okay, so he's 327. His OPS is 865, which is solid. Let's see, his slugging 514, on base percentage 351. He's hit 3 homers, 14 RBIs. So yeah, real solid. We'll have to keep track of him.
Yeah, awesome. And then Pena, he's hitting like 275. We see on base around 330. So, I mean, he's pretty similar. I mean, only 9 home runs, 27 ribbies, only 6 stolen bases. So, I mean, I think J Rod will be able to kind of squeak out the Rookie of the Year at the end of the year. But again, I am biased. So
yeah, the Roy.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, moving on here. Some high dollar sales and some massive pulls. This one's actually kind of shocking to me. It seems really low. This just kind of indicating where the market's at. 0304 Topps Chrome LeBron Black out of 500. BGS 9 for only $30,000. I feel like that had to be 6-figure card this time last year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Easily. Just those numbered refractors from 03 on early basketball were huge.
I mean, this next one seems real low too.
Yeah, this does seem pretty low. 2017 Optic, Patty Mahomes Gold Prizm out of 10. BGS 9.5, 42,000. You remember that guy that posted? I think he sold it at the right time. He had like the entire rainbow of Optic for Mahomes. That was pretty cool. 09.
If that had ink on it.
Oh yeah.
Probably $250K.
They had weird colors. Back then, like the numbering was kind of weird in regards to like what it matched up with, but 2009-10 Topps Chrome Steph Curry refractor BGS 9.5, True Gem 44,000. What would you rather, the Curry or the Mahomes?
Oh man, that's tough. Probably I want to take the Mahomes because he's younger. I mean, Steph Curry's amazing. He's probably, he's top 10 probably all time. He's definitely the best shooter of all time. But Pat Mahomes is so young still. Like, people don't understand.
Yeah.
He's only 5 years in the league. So
Yeah, my gut tells me to take the Curry, but I like
yeah,
the. I think the Mahomes has a little bit more room to see some serious growth, especially with the market right now. You also just have to remember Mahomes. Like, there's honestly probably a lot that's still just not in circulation because a lot of people got into this stuff early at the right prices. I'm sure some people have taken, their profits at this point, but there's probably still a lot that people are just hoarding and waiting for the right time at this point to
right.
sell. So someone must have just wanted to get rid of it to sell it at this point, especially with football around the corner. But
Yeah.
going back quite a bit, 1948 Leaf Satchel Paige PSA 3 for 50,000. Yeah, that's
Love it.
what,
Beautiful
80,
card.
80 years old?
Yeah.
No, 75.
That's cool. Those are
Somewhere.
those old picture cards. No lettering or anything on the front. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the portrait. They're good looking.
Yep. 2017 Bowman Chrome Jesus Sanchez Superfractor BGS 95 85,000. That's kind of insane. No?
I wouldn't pay that much for Jesus Sanchez.
Am I missing something there?
I'd rather pay $30K for the Corbin Carroll that never gets delivered.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
You have
did.
you have to see the card. Yeah. 2021 Flawless Basketball. Anthony Edwards, Logo Man, Auto 101. So this is like the true Logo Man. 426,000. Pretty sure that's probably the highest sold Anthony Edwards card ever.
It's the record. Yep.
So pretty big.
Yeah. Speaking of pretty big, pulling big cards is hopefully in your wheelhouse if you're in this hobby. And when you're pulling those kind of hits, you want to protect them at all costs. Collector caps, the missing piece to every top-loaded card. Ditch the tape, the scotch tape, the painter's tape, the whatever else. I saw a card the other day that was in a sandwich bag, which was ridiculous. Get yourself some collector caps. 360-degree protection. They fit snugly right over them. Take them on and off real easy. Send them with them on. Gives you a boosting in your ratings on eBay and MySlabs maybe. They look great. So get rid of that stuff. You can be confident that it's going to keep your card secure. They look great whether you're collecting them and in your personal collection, using them to ship out stuff. If you're selling on Whatnot, you can get customized ones. Check them out. They're really cool. They're at Collector Caps on Instagram and Twitter. You can shop online at collectorcaps.shop. Use their code GFNF. What's the percentage off on that? 15? 10?
Nice little 15 spot.
Ooh.
This ain't Target. We ain't only giving you 5. We're giving you 15.
So get yourself 15% off. GFNF is the code. Collectorcaps.shop. We got some cool custom GFNF ones that just got revealed today on Twitter. They look amazing. Excited to get them in. We're going to be putting them on, getting some to Al, our breaker, who's going to be putting them on some of the bigger cards in our breaks and sending them out to members. So go check them out.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Yeah, they look really, really good. I'm pumped to get some. But yeah, some massive pulls. Let's get into it. So 2022 Top Sterling Wander Franco Quad RPA 101, none other than Leighton.
Of course.
See, I feel like we should just call this the Leighton Real Breaks Blaze pulls of the week. It's always these three. But yeah, they're pulling the big ones. 2021 Contenders Optic Trevor Lawrence Gold Vinyl MVP by Real Breaks. And then Blaze had two pretty big ones. 2021 Bowman Mike Trout Pad Paracha 101. And then the 2022 Bowman Wander Franco Rookie Auto Yellow out of 75. So some pretty big ones this week. We have, obviously we should have some pretty big ones coming up soon with Prizm Basketball first off the line releasing tomorrow. They're usually pretty quick with getting those in hand, so I'm sure we'll have a couple big ones to talk about next week from that.
Your guess, because the basketball market's real weird right now. Take your guess on, because it's a Dutch auction for those of you that don't know. On Stuff One, starting at 2,800. I think the floor is 15. No,
it's gotta be lower than that. It's gotta be like 750. No,
yeah, maybe
100,000.
I'm thinking it's got to go close to floor, dude. The basketball market's so bad, but it is Prizm.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let me see. Do they have the floor on this? I don't know. Their app just doesn't show this.
The draft class is pretty booty. So
Yeah, I mean, some people like the draft. Some people like it. I guess if you like basketball, you know that it's I guess you had a better kind of tune into it. There's actually some pretty cool inserts this year. The prismatic is actually insane. It looks like a color blast almost.
Ooh.
I don't know what the floor is. I can't see it on the app for some reason. My gut tells me 1250 is the floor on this.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think the site will start dying at 1500, and I think it'll sell out around 1250. I just can't see it selling for more than football.
Hysterical that Panini's putting out 2022, 2023 basketball, and Topps is like, hey, it's time to release 2021.
Yeah. It's almost like Topps like printed this and put it like in the back of the warehouse, and they're like, oh shit, we didn't ship this out.
Yeah, they probably printed it right before they got bought out, and then the whole buyout thing got lost in the mix.
Yeah, like just someone legitimately just forgot about it. Like,
definitely,
I don't understand that. But yeah, other than that, some drops coming up. Probably just more Prizm football. I think that's pretty much what we're watching for. Hopefully, it starts to dry up a little bit, and then we could kind of wait it out until Optic and rinse and repeat. Start selling some Prizm when Optic comes out, and toward Optic. But I think that's pretty much it on the retail front. And then obviously still waiting for UEFA Sapphire, which I'm kind of surprised we still haven't seen. And then Inception Soccer, which is looking like next month. I think that's pretty much it for most of the big drops. Anything else you could think of for this week, Jake?
I don't think so.
Cool. Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for this week, guys. As always, you can connect with GFNF on Twitter, Instagram at GFNF __ at GFNF.io to hop on the wait list. And of course, you can connect with Jake and I on Twitter at NaffyBoy13, and then for Jake at Wrigley Elite SC. Hit us up. Let us know if you guys are going to the National. We'll be, they're giving stuff away, meeting up with people and whatnot. So it'll be a good time. But yeah, we will talk to you guys next week. Thanks, guys.